Okay, I'm here doing the measurements of the economy, chapter 22, the practice quiz. So which of the following topics are most likely to be studied by a macroeconomics? The effect of taxes on the prices of airline tickets, that's more of an industry. That would be micro. The price of beef, wage difference between genders and antitrust laws. That's monopolies, market failures, that's micro. How consumers maximize utility and how prices are established in markets, micro. The percentage of labor. Okay, now this is too fun. You have that okay? Yes, it is. Yes. Are you on the booth? I'll come up for like a halftime interview. Awesome. I'm doing the breakdown of chapter 22 now. Why does this professor study this? Some of us work. Not many of us, but some. Ian Luca are doing a game on February 1st. If I don't get my father's trying to get all the home day. I think it's pretty good. They lost those balls. They beat us pretty bad. Actually. I'm hoping I'm not good. I want to play it, but not good. Is Loyola good? We haven't beat Loyola since we've been good. We beat them 1 year. We beat them across all. Yeah, we beat them, but you know that it's one of the things that we were good at first off. The JV was very good. Oh, I know, it's so good. But we've never, why is the varsity ever got good? We could take the France. They had like Russell's line up over. Russell's like 590. So they had like 6-1 men, 20-year-old men, like knocking them around. But you know what also, like some of it, all the good players, not been playing, and been playing. He starts with Barkley now at Perry Hall. Really? That almost be pretty bad. He looks a lot more athletic now. I have to definitely figure it out. But really, he's something. Yeah, that's good. He's sitting in play. Now he's the Tiger squad. Prescott. Yeah. That's when Prescott remembered his memory. That was Europe like 5 times. That's great. No, let's work on it. Let's go on, but it's like, last person I was betting to do. I was sitting at the mission office. 350. Now the format is Charles Smith, sprinting, comes on. Where do you need to go? An hour after school. It's sprinting. I've never seen him walk. So what happened? You know, I have no idea. I just saw him sprint. Even if I tried to, do you know why Charles Smith? There was I told you that I was called the first day and that's also the question to walk in the time. He's finding this side. You can look like he's totally out of it and fall on it and just rattle out the answer. It's usually never wrong. How smart that's a very fun. I don't think there's a no, I don't feel there's a smart guy who named the other guy. No, I think there are. He is very complex. Why? I don't know. Like, what I think, like, really good. Well, I think like the top 10 guys for to me. Love the bat. I don't know if you said it. You know, love the bat from the upper class. Part of it. Part of it. Part of it. He's like, he's that. If I'm not clear, somehow I think I'll just, and I was like, yeah, I wrote mine about like so and so. And I was like, yeah, I'm like you, I think there's politics on my field. Yeah, I should say, I'm like you, I practiced and got skilled. You know, like, no, I was, before we go, he's pretty humble. I think he knows it's a bit of plenty there. You know, really not that. Yeah. Those schools are crap. You have to have like SATs and grades. But then, and, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos. Kids who are getting it. I'm trying to why that's not good. And come back. And they try to do something. You know, but part of it is not really something so that I think the nice that might be I already know my happened. What was it that financial literacy? Like understanding concepts and teaching like financial education. So what did you come up with? That's really been effective. Really? That's like I would add it like how long financial aspect. So it's not so much on the school systems. It's usually financial education is one parents. Well, sometimes I've had like this, you know, when do we learn to like balance check? You know how to add. But it's lady I was talking to is like asking about concept. He's asking like my findings, and it was really hard to answer because I'm very based, like observation based, so people observe stuff, but there's no like real statistics about it. Like what reason? Well, I have a research question that I've been asked any of these. What does the school do about underage drinking? And she's really, we had a rattle. We had a really good response. We talked about school promotion. I'm about yeah, then counseling, like the counseling is separate, like disciplinary stuff. So we looked at our house. Do you find it effective? Did you think it was good when you? I thought I did a real life example. I think we could do something better. I'm really scared. Like, it's why I really like advertising this year. The two families I talked to before, they were all like rated by youth. But still the record. I did. I actually bought this back. How did you be? We didn't want to do that. No, because I want to. Like I can't say really why. I could have say that. I'm just very I'll actually think notes how Here's what I saw in my pool. Everyone else pool. And this is what my son did. He did in 10th grade. What was this? He dropped it. I don't know. I mean, I like this. Is that right? Oh, yeah. I would, but it wasn't overwhelming to have. Yeah, but I would, and, I think it'll be fine. I think that's what it's like. I think it'll be fine. I'll see it. No, I think, but really? Think about it. But really, on the bus, yeah, I didn't know that. You know what? He's gonna be. Yeah. Now, we'll actually be going to a bus with that. You got it. You guys should go to the game. I just finished up this breakdown of, you guys watch that? Breakdown? Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys down there. All right, take care. Okay, let's see. Are we back on? Okay, I think I'm back on and recording. Sorry, we had a guest visitor stop by. Okay, retained earnings is D as in dogwood, all right? And that is pretty much the definition. It's corporations have earned money, but they don't pay it out to the owners. They hold on to it. They might use it as investments one day. All right, number 3. Now, this was like highlighted in the blue section. I think you guys never read like that highlighted section. It's how does U.S. gross domestic product differ from the U.S.? All right, the answer is B as in broccoli. The GNP is GDP plus income earned by U.S. citizens abroad minus income earned by foreigners in the U.S. So GNP is really the production by U.S. citizens, both at home and abroad. So that would have been B as in broccoli. All right, which of the following items is included in GDP? I have A, goods produced by foreign citizens working in the United States is definitely. The difference in the price of a sale of an existing home, no, that's a used good. That wouldn't be in GDP. Known illegal activity, no, not in GDP. Now, unsold goods that are added to inventory, that is included in GDP. And I would have accepted A and D for that one. All right, number 5. Now, they love these intermediate goods type questions. 1 bag of flour sold for $1 to the bakery. That's an intermediate good. That is not going to get counted. Which uses the flour to bake bread that is sold for $3 to consumers. Final good, $3 to GDP. A second bag of flour is sold to a consumer in a good, sold to a consumer, final good, $2. 3 plus 2 gives me 5. D is in dogwood. GDP increases by 5,000. Okay. Number 6, I'm going to just get the pen out here for number 6. Okay. If the economy in Lexington exports 200, so I know exports are part of GDP. I'm going to put 200. Okay. The GDP was 2,000. I got 2,000 here. All right. Government purchases were 300. That's going to be part of GDP. So I'm going to put that there. What else do we got? Imports is 130. So it's really going to be 200 minus 130. All right. Investment is 400. All right. And now what are they going to ask me here? What was Lexington? Consumption is missing. All right. So if I add these up, that's 70, 230 minus 130. So that's 770. If GDP is 2,000 and these 3 are 770, consumption has to be what's left over, and that would be 1,230. Okay. So what I did is GDP equals consumption plus investment plus government spending plus net exports. So here's the GDP 2,000 equaling X for consumption, 70 for net exports, 300, so that's 770. And I got that to get you the answer of B as in broccoli, 1,230. All right, let me erase this a little. Can I get an eraser going here? There we go. All right, here we go. Number 7. Which of the following represents a transfer payment? You transfer 1,000 from your bank to another. No. What is a transfer payment? The government sends your grandfather his social. Yes, B as in broccoli. Any payment from the government that they don't get a goods or service back for. So you could think Social Security, welfare, unemployment, all of those are transfer payments. So you could be looking for those in your quiz. Number 8, refer to table 23.4. In 2005, Okay, so I got to look, the base year is 2005. I'm going to get my pen out here for the base year. All right, so I'm going to look, nominal GDP was greater than real. No, if the base year is 2005, nominal GDP and real are going to be the same, because nominal is going to be 4 times 90 is 360, and 150, that's 2.25. But the real is going to be the same because you're going to be timesing it by the base year prices. So nominal and real are going to be the same. Nominal GDP was equal to real GDP, and the GDP deflator is 1. Well, the GDP deflator is nominal over real times 100. Now, nominal over real is going to equal 1, right? Because let me just get the numbers here. It's going to be 360. That's 4 times 90, and then 225. All right. So we're going to get 585 is the nominal, and the real is going to be 585 because it's the same numbers. And that equals 1, but I got to times it by 100. So I got to scroll down, and I'm going to get nominal GDP was equal to real GDP, and the GDP deflator was 100. That's D as in dogwood. Now, obviously, they could ask you anything using this table. So they could say, what is the real GDP for 2006? And let's just take a look and figure out the real GDP for 2006. Just, they could use any year, but I'm going to use 2006 as an example. All right, in 2006, I sold 100 pretzels, but I'm using 2005's prices because that's the base year. So that's going to be 400. So, and then I sold 180 books times $1.50 because I'm using the base year, and that's going to be 270. So the real GDP is going to be 670. All right, I'd fool around on this table, figuring out the nominal and the real, and and you're gonna, once you know those, the GDP deflator is easy. It's nominal over real times 100, and again, you're gonna have a calculator, so the math part should be easy as long as you could plug in the formulas. Okay. All right. That was number 8, right? All right, number 9, the inflation rate. Every time I see inflation rate, I'm thinking year 2 minus year 1 over year 1 times 100. So I'm going to look, it's the percentage change in price level from one period to another. So one period being year 2 minus year 1 over year 1, that gives you the percentage change. That formula is percentage change. So that's D as in dogwood. And I'd be like looking for them giving you like, inflation, maybe the GDP deflator was 125 in 2008. It was 150 in 2009. What was the inflation rate? And you'd have to plug in year 2, 150 minus year 1, 125 over 125 times 100. All right, changes in nominal GDP it could be prices, or it could be output. So both changes in prices and changes in output. 10 is C as in Carolina. 11, GDP is not a perfect measure because it excludes the value. So part of well-being, part of being a good society is volunteer work. At Calvert Hall, we emphasize that. It does not address, the unequal distribution, like for poor people to rich people. So that is not reflected in GDP. It doesn't invest like the environment or air pollution or things like that. It doesn't talk about leisure time. So A, B, C, and D are all reasons why GDP is not a perfect measure. So E as in Ellen. All right, now you got to read these carefully. Which of the following is included in the consumption. All right. Purchase of staples, paperclip. No, that's investment. That's business investment. B, purchase of natural gas by households. Yeah, that's consumption. Purchase of newly constructed houses, investment. Purchase of stocks, not in GDP. All right. Inventory, investment. All right. So this one was being as in broccoli. Okay, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, as always, you could email me and I'll talk to you tomorrow.